All right, we're back. The Graveyard Shift Movie Podcast, episode number 24. It was Maverick's pick. The motherfucker picked Come Play. That literally came out like a month ago. So if you haven't seen it yet, we're gonna spoil everything in that movie.
Spoil it.
Uh, but yeah, I give this movie, give this like a six,
Six.
a little six.
That's good. I'll do, I'll do a 6.5. Sounds good.
I'm gonna give it a 3.
A 3.
Fuck you.
But there's a good reason. I think it deserves a 6, but I'm gonna give it a 3 just because of certain things.
I like to believe he's like, just because of Maverick's pick. He's like 3.
No.
He's like, God, that bitch.
No, I'm not that petty.
Hey,
Call me Tom. Hey.
R.I.P. Anyway, all right. Well, spoiler warning.
What's the opposite of R.I.P.?
Uh,
Rest in war? That's gotta be the opposite, right? Wake in war? Like, what's the opposite of rest? Movement?
Jest.
I feel like I just killed
I'm
this
telling you,
podcast.
yeah, okay.
Both of y'all looked up, just shocked.
Yeah.
And you went, what's the opposite?
But anyway, hey, spoiler warning. We're gonna ruin
Spoiler
this.
warning.
Yeah, so it's
Go
on.
watch it. It's
on
new.
early access on Prime and shit. So go check it out.
You can find it other places for cheaper.
It cost me $20 to watch this movie.
Yeah, it cost me $20 too.
Yeah,
It cost Maverick $20 too.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
$60. We spent a AAA video game watching this movie.
Yeah,
it
we
was
could have
worth
bought
it, baby.
another copy of PGA Tour 21.
We could have bought Mario. No, which one? Just Mario.
Just Mario. We could have bought the person Mario.
Just Mario. Yeah.
All right.
Mr. Lopez.
Mr. Lopez.
Oh.
He needs some money.
So, growing up, I had a friend whose mom had a cardboard cutout of Mario Lopez as Superman.
Oh.
Oh, no, Dean Cain, not Mario Lopez. That Dean Cain
Okay.
cardboard cutout. And I was like, this is weird.
Yeah.
So, anyways.
Thanks for sharing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, spoiler warning for Come Play. God, it still sounds dirty.
Yeah. Don't type this into Pornhub.
Yeah, please. Or do. Live
That's
your
why I
life.
watched it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, hold on.
Yeah.
Amazon sent me something. Arriving today, guys. Oh, I can't say it because people might hear what is their present. Anyway. All right. So let's talk about it.
Today's Sunday.
Today is Sunday.
Sunday.
No, spoiler. This is when we
Oh
record
no,
the
it's
episode.
Friday. Friday. Yeah. First thing this movie starts off with was well, it's not the first thing, but like a minute in, and the guy was just watching SpongeBob, and I was like, yeah, SpongeBob.
Yeah, hell yeah, my man.
There's so much SpongeBob throughout this movie, dude.
So much.
I gave this movie a 3 because of SpongeBob.
Man, fuck you.
How fucking dare you?
There was no reason for it.
There wasn't any
They were like,
reason,
let's put
but I'm not gonna
SpongeBob
complain about
here.
SpongeBob.
Yeah.
Fucking SpongeBob? Shit. He was watching all the hits too.
I
I don't
legit.
care about him watching it, but then you get to the stupid shit where he like sings a song to relax.
That was dumb.
Later on, like his mom like whispers it in his ear or whatever.
Yeah, that was dumb.
Yeah,
I was
I'm
like,
like-
what? Well, also too, it's like first off, I still legit did a belly laugh when he was watching it, and fucking Patrick was like, "Is mayonnaise an instrument?" I still laughed as I was watching it. But
It was good shit, man.
but yeah, they make it out like Larry the monster was playing SpongeBob for him throughout the movie to like, because he knew he liked SpongeBob, so he's like, if I keep playing this kid SpongeBob, he'll become my friend or whatever. But yeah, I don't know. But SpongeBob
Anyways,
used a
so-
lot throughout this movie.
Very much.
So let's head back to the beginning since we skipped over all of it.
Yeah.
I went to
So this
SpongeBob.
is a story about a kid. Yeah, and SpongeBob is really early.
Yeah.
But it's a kid who's autistic and he's nonverbal, and he uses a phone to communicate. And this ghost, for somehow the gimmick is that it works through phones or tablets or
Yeah.
screen, a TV screen, LCD.
Yeah, as I was watching it, I kind of got the feeling of what they were trying to convey with all that. And then at the end, they like spell it out for you. And I was like, oh, they were like, no one's going to get what we're doing. Where they're like, he's a monster made out of loneliness because people just spend all their time looking at their screen and stuff. And I was like, I kind of figured that's what this was a thing for, but I didn't need you to tell me that. Like,
It bugged me that that was the message it was trying to give you, and
Yeah.
I don't need a message in my movie. It's cool if it has one organically,
mm-hmm.
but if you have to literally come out and say, "Stop littering,"
Yeah,
then be like,
yeah.
okay, well, it doesn't really belong.
But-
I don't know if y'all hung out with a bunch of autists. I mean, you went to school with Maverick, so you know about autism.
How dare you?
But I thought that kid nailed it. I thought he was really good. I thought later on,
He was pretty good.
he's nonverbal, but then all of a sudden he just starts talking, and I was like, ooh.
Yeah, it was like a shout out to Halloween 5 again. Where
Yeah.
randomly it just starts talking.
Well, he only said the one word, but
He really picked a bad time to start talking too, didn't he? Like, monsters right there, they're
He
hiding
did,
under
yeah.
bed, and he's just, fear, fear. I was like, no, not the time.
no, he's saying field.
I couldn't tell if he was saying fear or field.
I heard fear.
He was saying field, field, field. So that's why they ran to that field.
Mm.
For
For a second, I
to
even
get
thought he
away
might have
from,
said feel.
Man, I don't know.
Like,
I mean, I watch with captions.
yeah.
So
Hey. Cheater.
but yeah, it was really weird that he would pick that word or that. And then that's the time he would start using it.
Was that the
Man, those
same?
little kids,
Yeah.
some shitheads. Though.
I was about to say, was that the same field that the little kids got him in?
Yeah.
Or,
Yeah,
okay, yeah.
That's why they threw his phone, and then he used that phone
yeah.
to come.
The weird, they do the whole thing where they're like, the one kid's like, come hang out with us, and then we'll be over here in this field or whatever. Then they get there and they all like start popping up, and they're like, I can't believe you really fell for it. But then they didn't do anything. Like, what was the plan? They didn't even really say anything to him. They just sort of pushed him over because the kid was like typing. He was like, "You're ugly," and I was like, "Damn, little kid."
I like how they shoved him over it and then they kicked dirt on him.
Kick dirt on him. I was waiting for the
Like
spit.
it was a 1920s movie or something.
Yeah, I was waiting for that. It was just like walk up. Yeah. But yeah, I was like, what was their plan there? They didn't do anything. Like, which,
Yeah, they were just gonna mess with him, I guess.
yeah.
Push him in the dirt, spit on him. I don't know.
I like how they had that girl in the class at the beginning, be like, he's autistic, and it's like, oh,
Yeah.
because
No shit, Sherlock.
Yeah, because the scene before that was the when he's like just roaming the house, turning on all the lights and stuff, and then like he starts freaking out and doesn't say anything. I remember being like, "Is this kid like something up with him?" And I was like, "Oh, he must be autistic." And then very next scene, he's autistic. And I was like, "All right, got it right." That one scene was cool though. In the when he's turning all the lights, and then he gets back to bed and like he starts getting freaked out. And he goes and walks up to the door and closes it, and then the camera follows him back to the bed. And then as it's just open again. And I was like, ooh, spooky. Yeah. But
Crazy.
it was pretty good. Also, there's a whole, like, his dad's sleeping on the couch. And, it's a whole thing where, like, his parents are getting divorced and stuff. There's a lot of family drama in this movie.
There is.
Which I don't know if it really gets resolved at all, but
Man,
It doesn't.
So-
They fucking die.
This might have been so I've been wishful thinking on my behalf. Or
okay.
whatever, but I thought that the lady in this movie looked like the same lady from Triangle.
Uh-huh.
and I was hoping
I could
it
see
was.
that.
And I
Man,
was like, oh, I can't wait for this lady to deck this kid. Like,
it was a
I
prequel
was
to
like,
Triangle.
yeah. I just kept waiting for her to be like,
Yeah.
so.
She had that one moment where they were freaking out, and she's like, "Why can't you be normal for once?" And I was like, "Isn't that exactly what the girl from Triangle said?" I was like,
Probably, yeah. Like,
"Yeah."
it gave me a lot of triangle
There are a
flashbacks.
lot of Triangle flashbacks. Um, yeah, but
PTSD.
PTSD. But he has a whole freak out where he's getting all the lights are flickering and stuff at night, and then he starts yelling, and the mom has to calm him down. And then that next morning, randomly, the dad just pulls out like that laser pointer that tells you the distance and stuff, and he's like, "Look, you're 5 feet away. You gotta get closer. Give me a hug." And I was like, "Okay, well that's gonna come back later." It's like,
Yeah.
yeah. Which, it was pretty cool when he was doing it, and it was like it went from like 450 feet to the nearest like tree, and then he like moves over and it drops to like
Yeah.
40, and I was like, "Oh shit."
Yeah, he was in the parking lot and he was just fucking with it. And I
Yeah,
was like, obviously, what happened was gonna happen. You could tell,
yeah.
but
Gets
it
brought
is what it
to the
is.
parking lot of his dad's job that looks like it's like a 10 to 6 job. It's a graveyard shift job. And I was
Yeah.
like, "Why are you bringing your kid here?" Which I get, they were scared, Larry Monster's gonna take him or whatever. But
It fucking. I mean, if you had something to pass the time, I could not do that job. I'd be so fucking bored in that
it
box.
looked pretty
Like,
boring.
uh,
I would love it.
Yeah, I don't.
Not to
Yeah.
give any clues to where we live or whatever,
Okay.
but you know how downtown, that bridge operator,
Yeah.
like, sits above everything? I'm like, dream job.
but
Yeah.
that's so much bigger than fucking what that dude
Well,
had. He had like a fucking like 4x6.
I don't know if it's bigger, but it's also like I'm sure they have a nighttime guy too. But if you were doing like the daytime, like there's stuff to look at and stuff. That guy was just in the parking lot with like one or two cars coming through at night.
Yeah, it looked like it was just paid to park there, sort of thing. So he was just like, "Oh yeah, just $10, please," and then they park, and then that was it. Like
Yeah.
he's like a glorified security guard or some shit.
They had another
I mean,
random moment where
he
that
was a handyman. That was just his second job.
yeah. They had another random moment where he has that scene where his chair keeps sliding down. And then they never mention it, and then later he like rips off the handle that's like loose or whatever because he keeps falling down to stab or to trap the monster. And I was like, man, they set
I
this up
never
like an
noticed
hour and a
that.
half ago. Yeah, I completely forgot about it until he like ripped off the thing, and I was like, oh yeah, the leaky chair, not the leaky chair.
So,
Broken chair.
Hmm.
how
Fucking leak chair.
expensive is a smartphone? Because they're pretty pricey, right?
And these motherfuckers were
Even-
breaking them left and right.
You can buy like some of the knockoff ones for like 200.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, how much is a fucking 8x10 tablet gonna run you?
He
That
he
kid
found that one for
jacked
free
from
in
Lost
the
and Found.
yeah last lost and found. Yeah.
Then they fucking destroy it,
Mm-hmm.
and that's the worst scene in this movie. I'm sorry.
Which one?
Them both holding hammers, going,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I mean, the scene from the monster's point of view where he's looking up through it, that shit was dope. I like that scene. But yeah, they were hitting the iPad with like they were just
yeah,
I was like, okay, dude, okay.
like just grab it
Can-
and bend that bitch in half.
Right. Yeah.
Like,
Or just do the
Manly men over here.
just do an homage to Office Space. Just have the music playing, and, like just with the baseball bats and shit. Yeah. I don't know.
I would take it and throw it as high in the air as I could
Yeah.
in the middle of the street and just let it land. Yeah.
I was really disappointed when I thought this was legit gonna be a movie about just a monster making friends with this kid. And like the bullies, I was like, they're gonna get back at the bullies or something. And then I was like, oh no, the monster's mean. I was like, well, honestly,
He's a piece
I
of
don't know
shit.
how mean the monster was, because well, we'll jump to the I don't jump to the end of the movie. Okay,
Speak.
yeah. But but he's gonna take the kid as his friend or whatever. His friend, but he's gonna kill the kid, right? And so he does a whole
Well, the
thing.
friend he's gonna stay with him forever. But
Yeah, and he does a thing where he's like holding out his hand, and the kid's like gonna go shake it, and then like the mom comes in and grabs it, and I was like, oh shit, the mom, did it. And then they have a whole other thing randomly where the mom earlier in the movie talks about how the kid never looks her in the eyes, and she's like, I'll look after you, and then the kid like looks up in her eyes, and I was like, oh man. And then you see her face like decay and like crumble in, and I was like, "Oh Jesus
Yeah, I was
Christ!"
like, oh my
I wasn't
god.
expecting like
I did
that.
not expect that.
Yeah, and then he gets
something we forgot to mention.
okay.
It's a PG-13 movie.
PG-13 movie.
Yeah, I didn't know it was PG-13.
Yeah.
So Larry, who's the name of the monster, literally kills no one.
Yeah, because
Like the closest he did was pin that guy with the chair or the table.
He was choking people out.
yeah,
though.
pin the
They
little
weren't
kid.
going.
Yeah, because he kills the mom, and then you're like, oh man, that was pretty depressing. And then the last scene of the movie is like you think the kid's like Larry's come back somehow, and he's coming back for the kid.
Yeah, well, the dad comes downstairs because he hears noises.
Yeah.
And just sees his fucking kid floating in the air
Floating,
doing
yeah,
circles in
like-
the living room. And I'm freaking the fuck out. Like, what the hell?
Yeah, I was
he
like,
takes
oh, that's
his
pretty
phone
crazy.
out and sees it's the mom, like ghost.
It's Ghost Mom,
right?
yeah.
And then she's playing with the kid. And I'm still like, that's kind of creepy, dude. Get the fuck out of
Yeah,
here.
so it's like they couldn't let you go home with oh man, the mom got killed. They had to be like, look, she's dancing with the kid. So I was like, man, the kid should have just went with the monster. Like now it's like afterlife, you don't have to worry about like taxes or nothing. Like you just chilling out. But
Fucking.
also that was pretty depressing. Where it's just the dad like crying is it was,
Yeah. Ooh.
so
The whole movie had like a tone to it to where I don't know if it's because they, it's based on an autistic kid or what, but you just feel sorry for everybody in the movie. Even the other kids were just kind of depressing. Like the whole thing was just sad.
Well, they have the
It was.
that story with the one kid who was like the main bully or whatever.
Yeah.
And like there's the real awkward they get invited over for the sleeping party after they had just like did the thing in the field where they threw his phone, yeah. And they keep alluding to some backstory that's happened before, but they, because the mom's like, "Oh, he's changed now, he's different or whatever." And it's real awkward and they start flipping through the iPad, and you have to get to the end of Larry's story for Larry to come out. And they just see Larry like hanging out in the kitchen, and the one bully's like, "Man, what kind of app is this?" And he goes like walking over, and that's the one who gets pinned to the thing. And then the mom runs in and sees everything, and then somehow like they just blame it on Oliver. They're like, he did it. Yeah, and then but then it ends up being like the backstory is apparently, what was it? They were having a sleepover before, and Oliver like
Yeah, they
accidentally
were friends.
and accidentally punched the bully kid, and so the bully kid went home, and then his mom called the other mom and was like, he doesn't want to be friends with him, and the bully was like, you don't want to be friends with me, and he's like, lie, those are lies. And then they
I
became
never said that.
yeah,
And they were friends again.
They were
And I was
friends
like, "Aw,
again."
shit.
power friendship. Which in that
Which
kid,
was cool. I didn't see that coming.
I didn't see it coming, but that kid had no reason being in the movie, really. Like,
Yep.
he didn't come back at all. Which
Came back
Well, they-
to show you a secret handshake. which
show
is
you
just a
secret
regular
handshake. Yeah, it was
They
like
were
secret
saying that
handshake.
kid- You know how little kids are, man.
Yeah.
I don't hang out around little kids, not since the lawsuit.
Oh no. Gotta hate the government keeping us down.
Yeah. I just want to put people on swings.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
But
but
Jesus.
this movie dragged on.
did.
It got right into it, right at the very beginning,
mm-hmm.
and you're like, "Oh boy!" And then you had to like see him in school for no reason.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's a lot of school scenes
a
for
lot
no
of school
reason.
scenes.
Holy shit! For no reason, they could have had him walking through that field and that phone fall out of his backpack. We didn't need any of those other kids.
Yeah.
So,
Um.
but I mount this to like a Paranormal Activity to where the 18 minutes that the ghost is on the screen or the demon or the spooky guy, really good. The other hour and a half of this movie,
I
I
still
don't need to
don't.
see a guy try to fix the light switch.
Yeah. I still don't really know what the rules were to Larry, because like it's like, oh, he can't come out until his story's finished. But it's like I feel like he was out, a lot. You couldn't see him, but like he was around all the time.
Yeah.
So when he finished his own story and he saw the end, that's when he could step out
Yeah,
and he was like in the real world or whatever.
yeah,
Before he was like a presence or whatever.
yeah.
But it was and the hand thing. Like that was a rule, right? So whoever takes his hand, stays with him forever, whatever.
Uh huh.
So I don't think he had a choice. Like even when she grabs his hand, he's like, "Ah!" Larry's like, "Fuck,"
Yeah.
but he can't say that because
PG-13.
Imagine.
Yeah.
Imagine. Fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, then he like closed his hand.
This
whatever.
dumb white bitch.
So, but I don't know if Larry was good or bad. You gotta look at it as like an autistic kid. So like his whole world's different. So
Yeah.
who knows? I mean, he's still a demon taking the child, I guess. So
Yeah. It's like what?
still pretty good.
Oh, now I'm getting text. It's like
Very good.
It's like what's gonna happen
Popular.
now? Like, is the dead mom just gonna keep hanging around or something? Like,
Yeah, I was thinking, I was like,
Where's Larry?
she said,
Where's
I'm
Larry?
gonna watch
Yeah.
over you. And I was like, well, this dude's gonna grow up and like, I don't know, get some head in the bathroom, and you think he's gonna his mom's gonna be there for that? I was like, dude, no. Fuck off. Fucking work phone went off. I'm on a break. I'm on vacation.
Not yet.
Yeah, it starts on Monday.
Colin.
Um, yeah,
All right,
what's up?
it's time for my favorite part of
Okay,
the show. Best of, worst of.
best of, worst of.
Yes,
Whoa.
You want me to go first?
Sure.
Favorite scene is when his dad's in the ticket booth,
Oh, this was my
And,
favorite scene.
the swirling newspaper
Yeah.
outlines the side of his body. So
That
he's like
shit was
standing
dope.
there, and you're like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah.
It's pretty amazing.
That was
It
pretty
was
good.
solid, dude.
Least favorite scene is not the main character kid, but the other kid
Okay.
when
The
he's sitting on the couch and he's not saying nothing,
yeah.
and he's like doing a SpongeBob, and all of a sudden he goes, "It wasn't Oliver," and he just starts talking randomly.
That
and
was
I'm like,
the
"What?"
dumbest shit. Yeah, because they're like, he hasn't slept or spoken in 2 days, and it's like, oh man, this kid's like messed up or something. And then Oliver like shows him a SpongeBob clip, and he's like, "It was Larry," and he starts talking perfect, and I was like, "Why did you wait?" Like,
The only thing that's close to being a worse scene than that is when Larry gives him a random ass kitchen sponge and the guy.
Yeah, what the fuck was that? Like, he
It's
just hands
SpongeBob.
The SpongeBob, yeah.
What the fuck, dude?
So those are my two.
Okay.
Sorry.
Well, while I look for a favorite, I'll tell my least favorite was the dad gets away from Larry, and he's like drive. You know what? I'll say my favorite and least favorite are in the same scene basically. My favorite is when he's driving away and he looks up and he can see all the lights turning off as he's driving, like Larry chasing them. I was like, that's pretty dope. And then my least favorite was Larry jumps on the car, gets in somehow. The dad turns over and Larry's sitting there, and then he turns and looks, and he's the worst looking monster I've ever seen in this like scene. Which he looks,
Well, he hides his face.
yeah, well he looks better in like later, but in this
He
one,
looked
Wait, he was sitting in the passenger seat?
yeah.
yeah.
And that's when
Oh, I
the
didn't
dad
notice
like
that.
wrecks and stuff, and then he goes to the hospital.
My problem was like there was a lot of him driving on that road
Mm-hmm.
where he's not looking at the road.
Yeah, I was like,
at
dude, look
all.
at the fucking road. He just
And I'm
turned
like, he's about
around.
to just hit
Yeah.
somebody.
head on
Was
into a family of 8 in a van.
was
Like,
I the only one thinking that like Larry, every time he goes by a car and stuff, like the alarms go off and stuff, he jumps onto the truck while it's moving. For some reason, I was like, shouldn't the truck shut off? Like if he affects everything, shouldn't it just like cut? I was thinking it was gonna cut the power to the car, but
That it's a weird thing to where at first I thought like you did,
uh-huh.
like he was setting these off and like sucking them out of the juice. But then I think he was doing it on purpose to where he was like, "You can't call for help," type deal.
Uh,
I don't know
So
what
he
was
was
going
like
on.
killing the alarms of the cars.
yeah.
But like, I don't understand the movie. It doesn't make sense. Like, what does light have to do with him?
I don't know.
Got me shook. I don't know.
Because he goes to attack you, he kills all the lights,
Yeah.
and then the one time he doesn't, those are his weakness somehow.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't make any sense. And then he's like, "Oh, we're in a field, no electricity."
You know what?
And I'm like, does he need electricity? Like it doesn't.
I'm
Cause
changing.
show me a smartphone that's been in a field for 4 days that still has a charge.
Yeah. Maybe they
You gotta
got.
have best standby ever,
Yeah.
right?
I'm changing my score to a 4. I
I
don't.
Because the
I
rules don't make sense.
Yeah. I gave it a 6,
Yeah.
and then as we were talking, I was like, why did I give this a 6?
It got some parts where, I mean,
The spooks are good.
Yeah, the spooks were good. I liked the ending. I think the ending affected my score because that was the last thing I remember. But
I got teary eyed at the end.
I was getting a little, yeah.
no, I was like, that shit's weird. Ghost Mom needs to hurry up and die, dude. Like, go somewhere.
Well, like they showed him floating, and I was like, "That's weird." And then the phone, and I
It
was like,
freaked me the
"Oh,"
fuck out.
because like you get the feeling throughout the whole movie that they're like mother and son, but they've never had fun. in,
Yeah.
like their whole life. Like their whole life has been like a chore. Right?
Yeah, well,
That's
that's
just constant
the
work.
mom keeps talking about how the dad's just the guy that gets to show up and give
Yeah.
presents and stuff.
So
That's
it's at the
bullshit,
end. They're like
yeah.
having fun, spinning around and shit.
Yeah.
And the kid can fucking read. You know?
Yeah.
Talking.
Yeah, all it took was the mom to fucking die.
Yeah, and the kid-
That's all it took.
You've been holding me back, bitch.
Yeah.
So, but it's like I said, the monster made no sense. Because you're right. It's like, okay, you didn't finish the story, so he can't come out.
Mhm.
Well, he was doing a pretty good job of
He
choking
was,
that kid
yeah.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was.
in the tool shed where he had Oliver like 9 feet off the
Yeah,
ground or whatever,
yeah.
busting light bulbs left and right. So it's like, why does this guy? I guess he needs the kid's soul or something.
The fucking
God.
weird thing about you have to finish the story, I thought you had to actually like read it.
No, you just
But
had to like.
he was just flipping through it real quick, and they were just standing there watching it.
Yeah.
I was like, just look away, like
Man,
just fucking turn
I
your head
thought
a little bit.
I was like watching one of your Snapchats where you're on the porch smoking a cigar.
And you would,
Go through, yeah.
Fuck y'all, man.
wow.
That's pure content right there.
It's so weird. Like everything.
Well, Maverick, what's
Like,
your favorite and least favorite?
I like the chase scene with Dad. I liked where he was in that little booth thing at work, and I liked when he was using the iPad or whatever the fuck it was, the tablet, to look around, and he didn't see shit, and then you see the kid just fucking hanging in the background,
Yeah.
chilling, like that shit was dope as fuck. And then obviously I didn't like
The
I
mom.
don't think I like the mom at all, dude.
Yeah.
I forget her name, but I remember her from the Community. But I mean, her acting wasn't bad, but like she did a pretty good job acting. But
I thought the dad was a horrible actor. I thought the mom was pretty solid.
I don't know.
Yeah. The only other
Seems
movie I've
just
ever
like-
seen that dad in, he like doesn't talk for half of it. So I don't know.
The worst part of this movie is the monster.
Yeah,
I could agree with that.
they
like,
should have
he's
just
going
made
around
like a
And he like hears him. The guy has like 9 feet arms or whatever.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, he's lanky.
So why didn't he just reach under and grab him?
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna get on my belly and crawl at you. Okay, that sounds like a
Yeah.
good strap. Let's do that. Let's not just grab him. Let's stick our whole body under the bed.
Yeah.
Fucking genius.
Am I the only one that was kind of wishing, like, because they have the scene where they go to the dad and she's like, "Ah, fucking monster trying to kill our son or whatever." And I was like, I don't think they ever say kill, by the way. They always say take. They make sure they're
Take,
getting that
yeah,
PG-13. Yeah.
That's great.
And the dad's like, you're crazy or whatever. And I was like, why can't it never be the other way around? I've never seen it where the dad's like, hey, there's a ghost or a demon or something, you know? And then the wife's like, you're crazy. Like, I don't think I've ever seen a movie like that.
People
or-
don't put enough like faith into like their significant other
Or-
in these movies.
How about this? You just have it where he's like, oh, okay. And he just agrees.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say, if I'm with my significant other, like, I'm gonna believe them no matter what, right?
Yeah, if I'm living
Like-
with somebody and they come up and they're like, there's a
There's
demon.
a monster. I'm like, oh
Yeah.
shit, bitch, bet where? Like,
Yeah, like
we get out of
regardless.
here.
Well, what's that one? The Conjuring? Is that what you're
The Conjuring. Well, we didn't
He
review
was
that.
pretty understanding.
Insidious.
Insidious, yeah. He
Yeah.
was pretty understanding. She was like, "There's something in the house." He was like, "Okay, let's go." And then they moved like instantly.
Yeah, but he
Yeah,
didn't
they
really
did.
like believe her.
Yeah.
Well, he believed her. He didn't believe what she was saying.
Yeah,
Right? So it's kind
he
of
believed that she thought that was
Yeah.
going on.
So he was like, "Bet, okay, we out." You
Yeah.
know. He's like, "I'm taking this shit on the floor before I leave."
Just so
But,
the ghost know.
So here's a question: why did it pick Laird Oliver?
But I assumed it was because he was just this lonely ass
Yeah, I was saying
kid.
something about friends. He didn't have any friends, and then
Well,
I think the role of that other kid was he switched up, and now he had friends, right? Because that one kid,
Uh-huh.
and then the mom jumped in to take the kid's
Yeah.
place. I would argue the mom didn't have friends besides that one hoe, but
But that
they
chick
had a
didn't
fight,
want anything to
so-
do with her for
yeah.
after.
So now she doesn't have any friends.
Well, also I
So
feel
now the
like
monster took her.
I feel like Larry targeted him because, he doesn't have any friends. So in Larry's mind, he can just play this kid SpongeBob cartoons and, convince this kid to come with him. Like, he didn't think he was going to
Yeah.
have to go through this whole fight.
Easy picking.
So you don't think this was like a movie based on like pedophiles trying to grab little kids?
No, they told us what
no.
it was. It was about loneliness.
Yeah.
Because I feel like this was a very, hey, don't let your kid have too much time. There's even a point where
Yeah.
she tapes off the cameras and stuff, and there's
Mhm.
there's some weird man on the internet trying to talk to our son
Yeah.
or something. So I was like,
Well, he did say he was gonna take their child, and she was like, "Oh shit." Yeah. If someone said that through a computer screen at me, I'd be like, "Yeah, let me go check
yeah,
this
but
out."
that was after she turned it off, put it on the table, turned around, came back, and it was on top of the dresser. And she was like, "Oh no, this scary internet person can teleport objects." So I don't know. It was like there's something else going on here.
Also, I kind of thought that they do the thing where the mom lied about Oliver doesn't want to be friends with the kid. I thought when the kid tells her, when he's like, you lied to her, I thought she was going to be like, what are you talking about? And it would be that Larry did it.
Oh shit.
And he set up so the kid would have nobody so he could come in. But no, they were just like, the mom was like, I'm sorry.
Yeah, piece of shit. Dude.
Yeah. And then the
So-
kid was like, I go with Larry. And I was like, oh shit, heel turn. He's the bad guy now.
I thought what you thought in the beginning, that the ghost was going to be a good guy.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's a part where he's getting bullied by the kids, and Larry can see through the phone
Yeah.
what's going
I
on.
thought
And
he
he's
was gonna
getting, he's
murder them.
raging, yeah. And then the next time, that's a different bottle of water. It's not the same one.
That's
He's
very
drinking
true.
the pit jug. He's drinking out the pee jug. But so when they had the party and it grabbed that kid and started choking him out, I was like, yeah.
Yeah.
This is what-
I was like, this is what I thought was going to
Yeah,
happen.
fuck them kids.
Yeah.
And then, of course, it didn't go that way.
Well, also, they made it seem like that one kid who at the end is doing the secret handshake and stuff was like going to be the cool one out of the group. Because they were
He
talking about him
just
spinning.
turned on him instantly.
What's up?
Turned on him instantly.
Yeah,
It was
like. That other kid got the shaft, though, right? You didn't see him
The
besides
redhead kid.
the redhead, yeah. You didn't see him besides that one scene where they were like, "Come over here to eat with us," and he was like, "No."
The redhead, right?
Yeah.
Wait. You telling me you don't have a secret candy stash? I can't do it. The way he says it. He
Yeah.
says
That
it
kid
all
was solid, dude.
sassy.
Maybe that's where he keeps his secret candy stash. What? You guys are telling me you don't have a secret candy stash? I'm gonna check it out.
Like,
Yeah.
he puts all the sass in it.
Yeah.
He
y'all
killed that
try it.
role, dude.
All right, try it. I want to hear both y'all try that line.
Okay. Y'all telling me you don't have a secret candy stash?
All right, you went SpongeBob with it or something.
I can't do the voice. Yeah, I can't do the voice. It would be y'all telling me y'all don't have a secret candy stash? Like
Terrible.
Yeah, who's the guy from the Halloween remake, with the truck?
Oh.
Jim
Crow.
Deal,
The fuck?
Jim Crow. Good lord!
It was,
But like, you went full on that guy, so
that guy.
I can't think of his name.
I don't even know which character you're talking about.
Joe
truck
Grizzly.
driver.
Joe
Joe
Oh,
Grizzly.
Joe Grizzly, yeah.
That dude's my idol,
Yeah,
man.
Joe Grizzly's in town.
Joe Grizzly.
All right, when you said that line, I thought it was Joe Grizzly. I didn't think it was
Hell yeah, that's my idol.
whatever that kid's name was. They didn't have a name, Kid 2. Like, I don't think he had a name.
I don't know what the bully's name was. I don't know what any of those other kids' name was besides Oliver.
Dylan. Pretty sure it was Dylan.
Hmm.
Looked
or
like a
Jason.
Dylan.
So.
Also, real quick,
Crick.
some
Crick, my neck.
sometimes when I'm writing notes and
Bitch, that crick.
sometimes when I'm writing notes and stuff's going on that I don't want to look away because I might miss something, I do the like text to speech or whatever.
My chick
Loser.
goes, crick.
Yeah, and so I was talking about when the mom, when her face is cracking in, and I was like, what I was trying to say is, this bitch like cracks apart. That's what I was trying to write down in my notes. What my text to speech wrote is, I've been smoking
Crick.
like racks of heart. And I was like, oh shit, will you shut the fuck up?
It would have blown my mind. It's like, what my phone heard was, crick.
I was playing the long game.
I know you were trying not to do it, and we kept doing it, and I was like, I'm so proud of Thomas, and then he just lost
Yeah, I thought he was just gonna.
Well, I lost
what?
it because no
Whatever.
one had a reaction to the rack of hearts, so I was like, well, this story was pointless.
Oh my god.
Pieces of shit.
it.
But,
Do we have stats on this or no?
Yeah. what did
the budget was $9 million. It doesn't have a
Jesus.
box office because it was fucking. It's been out a month and it's straight to
Hold on.
video.
What cost $9 million? Back to an iPad,
monster, I bet.
big iPad. That's $500. They broke a couple phones. Like, okay, they probably spent $5,000 and broken electronics, right? And just all the electronics.
Was
Yeah.
it me or did that house seem unnecessarily big for a family of three? Like, holy
Where a
shit.
guy's like a repairman and working
Yeah,
at
I
a-
was gonna say, homeboy worked in a fucking booth in
Do you
a
get-
parking
do you get
lot.
Special
like-
money if your kids have special needs? Does the government give you like disability?
Well, no. Maybe.
uh,
What did
I
the
think you
mom
probably-
do? Was she a teacher?
I think she was a full-time special assistant to her son.
Oh.
I think that's why you get money from the government, because
Yeah, I'm confused how they afforded that fucking mansion.
well,
Yeah.
and then the dude moves out, so then they're paying 2 spots.
Yeah, homeboy
Yeah.
moves out into a basement somewhere. He's getting fucked. Like, no
Yeah.
sheets on his bed. Like, and then homegirl pops up out of nowhere at his spot, acting like she owns the place. So
Yeah.
I'm like, well, what the
Wouldn't it be
fuck?
Great if he was like dicking down that Jenny girl.
Oh, it'd be so.
'Cause that's what I
nice.
thought it was, because in the beginning there's like not since that thing that happened with Jennifer,
Yeah.
but I thought like that was
Yeah,
why the
homeboy just
separation
plowing her.
was. Yeah, like something happened.
Well, even the fucking when dude goes to school, he has that chick sit next to him. I was like, well, fuck, she's kind of cute too. Like,
Yeah.
Dad could be
Also,
getting all this puss.
real fast, I just remembered because I was looking through my notes. It's 2020, so obviously, not even 10 minutes into the movie, there had to be a scene where the kid's like, "How come he gets his phone?" And the guy's like, "Well, he needs it because he's special. And you were caught playing Fortnite during the national anthem or whatever." And I was like, "Oh
yeah.
God!" I was like, that was like a Fortnite reference already.
I
Real
saw
gamer.
on Wikipedia trivia
Crick.
that this was a prequel, and that kid ends up growing up to be the good doctor. So,
Conductor. What the fuck is that?
the good doctor.
Oh, the good doctor.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you telling me?
Yeah.
Well, the good
Same
doctor
guy.
had a brother, so you're wrong.
Well, no, they ain't done fucking. They can make more. Like,
No,
I
they
don't
were-
understand.
She did.
You have 7 half brothers and sisters. How do you understand how this works?
No, they were close in age. They were like 2 years apart.
Hey, the first one had more problems than the second one. Even.
Yeah. Why was it scary as fuck when
Old addict. Baby.
after the scene where the paper gets on the monster or whatever and it like disappears, where the dude's really uneasy and then randomly just like this couple walks by and he's like, "Oh,
made me jump.
I jumped so bad." I was like,
Yeah,
"Okay."
made me jump.
It was super uneasy, is because they did the paper thing, right?
Yeah.
And then the papers went away, and he was like, and he turns right after,
Uh-huh.
But then it showed like one lonely page floating through the air.
Yeah, and you
it
kept
was
thinking it was
trace
gonna...
the screen.
Yeah, you're watching that one piece of paper, waiting for it to do it again.
Yeah.
And then loving couples like, like this fucking guy jumps.
Really loud, like out
Yeah.
of nowhere.
Yeah.
That was actually, the movie's shot really well.
Yeah.
Like, there's some scenes that are a little too dark, but you have to do that in monster films, especially when you haven't seen the monster.
Yeah. I wish there was more of that scene with the kid where he's doing the fucking goddamn.
Crick?
He's doing the like 7 minutes. It wasn't 7 minutes, but it was like a minute of him just walking around with his iPad that he just got with this face
Motherfucker was
filter.
committed.
Yeah.
And like, and then he does the thing where it's like, try with a friend, and it's the classic, and then you see like a face in the closet, and then he keeps like doing it, and eventually the face like jumps out at him, and it was like, oh snap. But I wanted more like face filter. Once again, at that point, I still thought that Larry was just trying to make friends with the kid, and he was trying to like be the friend and be like, yeah, but no,
Yeah, he wanted to kill that kid.
dude.
I don't think so. I think
No,
y'all looked
take.
at it the wrong way. I think he was lonely and he was gonna straight up kidnap the kid, but just so he had a friend. Like, I don't think it was as nefarious as, it had pointy teeth and all this other stuff. It should have like bit down on half of those people,
Yeah.
but it did not.
It's like, you know, that story that he reads is supposed to be like about someone who's misunderstood and stuff. And now this movie made it seem like everyone you think's like just misunderstood. Maybe there's something below. No, they're just the same. They're what you think they are. They're the monster. And it's like, oh, there's very conflicting messages going on here.
Like I said, I gave this movie what, a 3?
3.
Yeah, I'll stick with that. It's good for a one-time watch. Maybe watch it with like, I don't know.
I was gonna say this was like a good kid horror movie, but then the end kind of would traumatize young kids.
Yeah. That face thing. I
They-
was like, oh my god.
Yeah.
The really weird part, and I never understood it, is the kid wanted to go with Larry.
Yeah.
Like, there was 3 times where he almost took his hand and it would have been over.
Yeah.
Like, and it was really just strange.
Yeah.
So,
Well, the one time was because the mom like lied and got rid of his friend, and then that last time I think was just because he was like, well, I don't have anywhere to go now. Might as well just take this fucking guy's hand. But yeah, you know, I don't know. Yeah, this movie falls in a really weird spot where like it's not really made for like adults, but like it loses like some of the kid factor when they start caving in mom's face, and it's like, oh. Like, so yeah, I don't know. Also, I have no facts for this movie because it's been out a month. So there's been no time for people to,
Yeah, I wanted to keep it a little relevant. Try to get a I don't know. We do all these older movies that I mean, I don't know. Try to cater to a different generation. You know.
Apparently we need to pick more movies like The Faculty.
Oh yeah.
That fucking movie just keeps going and going. But anyway. Alright, well, we got anything else we want to talk about on this one?
I'm playing through it in my head, but no.
Yeah, I can't think of any. We pretty much talked about the movie.
Looking through the little notes.
I thought this did a good job of portraying autistic people and not making them just seem like drooling, like husks of meat or whatever, right?
I thought this movie did, yeah, like we talked about, we got triangle flashbacks. That kid in Triangle is not a good representation of
Yeah.
like they made him so his haircut's like fucked up and everything, and like
It I think they captured the whole family dynamic, right? There wasn't like an abusive drunk or anything. It was like this is the stress that having like a special needs kid puts on the family.
yeah.
And I thought you could really feel it. I mean, the monster didn't help, but
I didn't know that was a thing that like, well, I know there's like different degrees of autism or whatever, but I didn't know it was a thing where like if they got to some certain age they just couldn't talk or like, because the kid's having to do speech therapy so he can learn how to, and I was like, I didn't know this was like they had a problem with this.
yeah, I mean, he was fully functional. He just wasn't a speaking type or whatever.
Yeah.
But I've met ones that like could talk, but then like they weren't fully functional. And trust me, you want the way Oliver is.
Yeah.
So like he's can think and everything else, and they're usually super smart. Like, but you get the other kind, and they're just babbling incoherently nonstop, and you're like, okay. So, but then he did sing the SpongeBob theme, and I couldn't even tell it was the SpongeBob theme.
I couldn't either until she said, "Is that the SpongeBob theme?" And then I was at the last note when he was like, I was like, okay, I guess.
Yeah, I couldn't tell either.
Yeah. The mom did a much better job. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, okay.
She's like, all right.
Yeah.
Fucking Larry was like, what the fuck was that? And then
Yeah.
Larry was like, oh yeah, Captain.
So.
Oh.
Alright.
But, yeah, the movie's okay. I don't think we watched a movie
I'll
yet.
go to a 5.
That there hasn't been a movie yet that I don't think isn't worth watching. Other than
One
Cannibal
time.
Holocaust.
Me and Bags are the only one that finished that.
Bags finished it?
Bags finished it, and then he couldn't stop talking about it for 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Every time I would see him, he would just keep going, the turtle. The turtle. Which,
I might look up clips from that. Just I don't want to watch.
You
the
don't
whole
need
thing.
to. They slaughter
Oh,
a
there you
turtle at one point. So they slaughter a lot of fucking animals in that movie.
They kill
Gory
animals just for the
Tom.
fun of it. So
Yeah, and they're like, it's for art. And it's like, no.
old gory Tom, you know how he loves his gore.
Yeah.
They found the turtle in the creek.
They creak creak
Creek.
creak creak. You going, okay, whose turn is it to pick?
It's mine.
All right, and you've known for a month what you're going to pick, right?
I have, yeah.
All right, give us some clues, see if we can guess it.
Well,
I'm out.
never does. Well, I don't know, because you've seen it. So it's like,
I've seen it.
yeah. So it's like any clues I give or...
All right, we'll give Maverick a clue,
I don't
and I won't answer.
there's gonna be a lot of seagulls again.
Holy shit, really? You're picking that?
Yeah, I'm picking that.
Oh,
Seagulls. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
it's an amazing movie, and I say that unironically.
Yeah, I really like it.
It's a whirlwind of emotion, and I can't wait to watch it again.
Yeah, I'm excited. It was one of my favorite movies of last year. So next week, look forward to The Lighthouse from 2019.
I was waiting for you to go Alfred Hitchcock's The Birds. I was like, what?
Yeah,
Blow my mind.
I totally trick you. Yeah, starring Willem Dafoe and Robert Pattinson. There you go.
You said The Lighthouse?
The Lighthouse.
It's really good.
Yeah.
It's weird though, Mav. It's like
Oh yeah, it's a weird one.
it's a weird one. Pay attention. No drinking, no nothing. You gotta
Oh, fuck. Dude, I haven't seen this.
it's really good.
So.
What overtime we gonna do
I have two. I wanted.
for the week?
He
So
is. I
we
want
can
to.
actually pump out a couple.
Yeah, I want to do Texas Chainsaw 2,
All right.
just because I've been excited to watch Chop Top again.
Do we want to Rob Zombies 31 or Witches of Salem or whatever?
Yeah, we might.
Just because it's Mavi's movies.
Yeah. I
Maverick,
want-
we were talking earlier about how you love nudity in these films, and then you picked a PG-13.
Yeah, we were like, you picked the movie that has none of what you love.
Yeah.
I gotta switch it up, man.
Yeah.
Too busy
Oh.
in the creek. Fucking
creek,
boots in the creek.
Fucking kill both of you. But
Oh, Joe, man, my knee just popped. Fucking hurts. Anyways,
I was waiting for you to go. It's got a creek.
no, it went creak, 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 creak.
My fucking chair is making these noises, man. It's fucking crick, crick.
All right, guys. Well, thanks for watching.
Real quick.
I don't know. I want to do Return of the Living Dead 2 too.
You okay? We
Just
can
'cause
all
of that
pick
gift.
overtime for this week. All right, it'll be our Christmas present to the fans. I don't know how we'll release them or whatever, but so we're gonna do Mavericks. Which one, Maverick 31 or the Lords of Salem?
I think it's just called Salem. It might be Lords.
No, the one in the fuck the one in
He doesn't like Salem. You watched the trailer.
the hotel. Yeah, fuck that one. That looks stupid.
So 31.
Oh, let me look it up.
31's got Poncho again.
We got okay. So it goes 1,000 Corpses, 3 from Hell,
We watched all of that series, and the Devil's Reject.
and then the Devil's Rejects.
So we watched all
what's
three of them.
31?
31 and the Salem are two other movies he made.
Yeah, I see that. Fuck Salem. We're not watching that. Shit.
The cover for Salem looks cool.
Yeah, the trailer, it's fucking. The premise is stupid as fuck. Trust me, I can spot bad movies, man. Like by the trailer, it's garbage.
You just picked the worst movie that we watched.
Listen, it was for the crick.
Fucking kill you.
31 looks dope, dude.
Well, let's do 31. You don't. I mean, it's fine.
I don't think I watched the trailer for that.
Well, it's your choice. So if you want to pick 31, we'll do 31.
Are we all watching or picking one?
Yeah, that's what. So you got that one. Tom has to pick between. I'll pick Chainsaw Massacre 2. I'll do Chop Top,
All right.
and then you can pick your
Return of the Living Dead 2.
Return of the Living Dead 2.
Yeah.
Those will be overtimes. Hopefully, we get them recorded this week. I don't know when they'll be out, guys.
They'll be out, yeah, eventually. I don't know when though.
So I
So.
mean, I don't mind releasing them all. Back to back to back. We also got to do a Christmas episode. I just don't know if we're gonna do Krampus or what.
We could go OG like Black Christmas, or we could do fucking
The current climate,
yeah.
the social justice.
No, the that Black Christmas I would want to watch is the one from like 73 or whatever. Or no, it's not 73. It's from the same year as Texas Chainsaw. It came out a few months before.
76,
Yeah.
78. I don't.
But anyway, I don't know. There's that one I threw out there with Goldberg. He plays the killer Santa.
I mean, those are really like niche films or whatever.
Yeah.
I was thinking more maybe we could do the Krampus one because I think it got really good reviews.
No, that's a
But I don't know if it
PG-13
did.
one too.
So, like I said, I don't know if it did or not.
Yeah.
I'm basing this off of Johnny Jack. So
Anyway, well, Christmas does fall on Friday this year, so it'll be.
yeah, I mean episode, but it's Bags' pick for that.
Is it?
Or maybe mine.
It probably is. Yeah, mine will come out. It might be yours. Your pick might be the Christmas episode.
All right, I'm gonna pick fucking Children of the Corn.
No, that can't be right. I think it might be Bag's pick. I'm sorry, I lied to you.
Well, no, because this is Monday's the 7th,
Yep.
so the 12th
All
will
right.
be your.
Yeah, so you're gonna be the Christmas ep. Nope, it's Bags.
No, because Bags would be the 19th.
No. Wait, am I all mixed up? Because this
Is it-
Friday it'll be this,
Yeah.
and then next Friday it'll be Lighthouse, and then Christmas Friday it would be whatever Bags picked. Well, maybe I'll have to message him and tell him that he's picking the Christmas episode.
Yeah, well, to pick a Christmas episode.
Yeah. Or
And
yeah.
he's gonna go something horrible.
No, it's gonna be great.
We'll see. I mean, he might be working those days,
Might be.
so
Anyways.
we'll see.
All right. Well, look forward to those overtimes coming out eventually. Friday, The Lighthouse. Go watch that movie before we talk about it. Yeah. And then shout out to anyone watching the Faculty podcast. That thing's about to break 1,000 views. Our first 1,000 view podcast.
I think we're close to 10,000.
We're close to 10,000 views. Yeah.
And Maverick has a huge thing coming up in his life. We're breaking all kinds of shit. We're doing it,
Oh,
boys.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
Yeah, we're about to cross this bridge, man, right over this creek.
yeah, he's looking for the button hang up.
I was gonna go kick him, but then I was afraid it would be a thing where he couldn't come back in
Yeah.
the chat. Anyway. Well, all right. Well, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. And we'll see you next week for the Lighthouse. All right.